the virtual polar expedition with our beautiful, beautiful co-hosts and our beautiful, beautiful game. Beautiful seems to be the word that I'm using a lot. I don't know why. But yes, introducing the Ronin-born.
Hello, I am the Ronin-born.
Indeed he is. Chicken Keeper.
Hello, I am not the Ronin-born.
No, he is not. Street Lamp.
Hi, I'm also not the Ronin-born.
And last but not least, the Solar Gamer.
Hello! I may in fact be also the Ronin Pawn.
Audible gasp! He is the actual
Great
Ronin-born.
marketing for me.
Gasping
this is
in
great.
VR. Open bracket.
A little bit of publicity
Gasping
for
in
the
VR. Close bracket.
Welcome back to the virtual polar expedition, ladies and gentlemen. Our final hour and so forth and so on. Harvey, do it.
This is the last hour of the second day of the virtual polar expedition. You'll be able to join us again tomorrow, but for now, we got some caverns to sail through. Oh yeah. Do you like the deliberate smoothness I was trying to put on there? Oh yeah.
Oh,
So deliberate.
Oh yeah.
it's very smooth and Kool-Aid like.
Kool-Aid. Please buy Kool-Aid. And then people just buy
We
it.
will mark it for you today for a donation of some amount of money now for Macmillan Cancer Support, who, if you donate just £27, can pay for a Macmillan nurse for an hour to help someone directly who can use their help.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
your donations are making a significant real impact in people's lives who could very much need it. So please do donate now if you haven't already, and thank you for donating throughout the course of this live stream.
Yeah,
I love you.
He loves you very much.
I've always loved you.
It's been.
I think we need to just be friends, Pawn.
But no,
Why do I have to
seriously,
keep hearing that in my life?
It's been fantastic. Already we've exceeded our goal, and we're only on the second day. We were only halfway through when we exceeded it. It's pretty awesome. Also, another thing that's not so awesome is that we're going the wrong way.
Are you again?
No, see, these are the caverns. You know how the valley was kind of straight and just kind of one route in one direction?
Uh-huh.
Well, these caverns have a lot of different turns, and it's completely pitch black, so having to decide which way to go is going to be a real pain.
So what you're saying is we're going to go around in circles for a long time now.
Yes, unless I follow the compass, so you got to keep on reminding me. Make sure I follow this little red needle.
Harv,
Yes?
I have a question.
Okay.
Why did you make the caverns a maze?
Because it's supposed to be a challenge. And I just
Because game.
You just crashed.
What the hell did you just do?
No, I very slowly turned into the wall. I'm trying to turn around. It's a
That
big
kind
ship.
of crash.
I can't help it.
Yes. It's
a
fine.
big ship,
We're
guys.
cool with that kind of crash.
Yeah. That was a
That kind
really,
of
really
crash
low
is just
relative
constant.
velocity. That should have been a crash. Danny, we need to reduce. Ow! It just happened again. We need to reduce the
What the hell
velocity
did you just
requirement,
do?
or increase the velocity requirement for it to actually be counted as a crash. Okay, we've just about turned around. Good lord! I hope there's no damage that's been happening due to that. Inevitably there will be. Ah, yes, I see some rusted blades as well. We're gonna have to fix some things up, aren't we? Everyone says yes, Harv, we are.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Let's get away from this wall first. There we go. Just in the
Narnia,
middle.
yes, a good question. Why isn't there a reverse? Because, I don't know, Harv's never heard of a reverse gear
Reverse?
switch. Yeah.
What is this strange arcane magic that you are referring to here? I know not of such things. Alright, we require more blades on our propellers. Do 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 do. Do, do.
Why don't we just,
In the
cut out the middleman and
darkness.
just, like, add a big drill to the front of the thing?
A
Yeah,
big
there we
drill
go.
so we can just go through. Ignore the
Through.
tunnels.
Yeah.
You
Now
know
that actually reminds me while we were in break, because I know we've already had the idea proposed for a snap-on placard that could go on your face that has your face on it.
what?
But in a more like realistic sense, I think absolutely. Let's get some like smiley faces, just some mouths that can just snap on below
Yeah.
the VR thing for when you're happy, when you're sad, when you're, disgruntled with the co-hosts.
What you should do is have like two different image files, one with the mouth closed and one with the mouth open,
then
and whenever
when I
his
talk.
mic is talking, just have it move a little bit.
Oh man, that would be fantastic. Oh,
But I also think
Fan art of that, please. Some fan art of that.
you need to get rid of those awful looking stubby hands and make it Mickey Mouse gloves.
Oh man, we do.
Mittens. Make it mittens.
Yeah, I did something kind of simple, and here, do it again.
I think you're falling.
The propellers do keep us in the air, and I just yanked out a load of blades and tried to replace them, and we fell out of the air, quite predictably.
This brings
Oh,
up a
man.
very good point from the comments section by Lego Person 57. Why didn't we just go over the mountain?
Because we have a max altitude. We can't go. The propellers are only so powerful. We can't go too high. That's how it works, right?
So,
why
there's a
don't-
lot of
why don't-
atmospheric density on this very tiny planet.
Yeah. The air
This-
is very very dense, like up to 50 meters, and then beyond that, it's so thin that the propellers can't take you any higher.
This planet is getting very strange. Let me tell you.
Why not? Wait, why not? And just hear me out. Why not go around?
We were in a
mountain.
valley, dude. Did you not see? There was no way. The walls around us were too high.
Then go back to the beginning.
Back to the
And-
beginning.
And then just go around the
do you want to do
desert.
this?
Yeah.
Do you want to do this right, or do you want to do this lazily?
I want to go straight ahead. I want to plow on for Macmillan Cancer support. We got to be brazen and go for it. We got to.
See, now you just answered my question. I was going to say, well, over, under, around. Why are we going to the North Pole again? Who left their wallet there last weekend? What are we doing?
Every time we go to retrieve something that a co-host has lost, we end up losing more things. We have to keep
Yeah,
going
that-
back, forwards and backwards.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Alright, we've got a load of blades on that side now. I'm going to put some blades on the other side, so that,
Matty Hayes suggests the reason we didn't go over the mountain is because your VR mask needs a breathing mask so that we could go any higher.
yeah, exactly. But also just because we are using propellers for propulsion, so, I mean, if the air is too thin, we're just...
So what you're saying is we
What
have
you're saying
to
is we
add jet engines or boosters.
Yeah.
Solid rocket fuel boosters, yes. I like
Yeah.
this plan.
It can be an upgrade. Once you've beaten the game once, you can enable the SRB.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
that's what
that's,
that red button should have done, just more boosters.
Yeah.
RB DLC.
SRP DLC. Yeah.
By the way, on that topic, of, like, you complete the game once and then you go back and you get to do more things, we have stuff like that kind of planned. We were thinking that we don't want people to just have to go to the North Pole once. Each time you go, it's either a slightly different route, or different things happen along the way, or maybe on one playthrough you get some of the way there, and then on the next playthrough you continue from that but with better stuff, like, all sorts of progression through it. We want it to be like a roguelike kind of thing.
And then you need to have like a
favorite
hardcore
kind
mode
of
where every 2 seconds the propeller breaks. I mean that would take some time and be a lot of challenge.
Yeah, challenge is one word for it, utter annoyance is another.
Harvey, have you seen or played Jalopy?
I've heard
Because
of it.
it's
but I've not played
occurring
it.
to me now that this has very similar mechanics without the VR aspect of it, and I really loved. I just got a press demo of it before it was even out, and played a little bit of it, and it was marvelous. You're in a broke down, beat up car trying to get across the old Soviet bloc, I believe, and you just keep having to pull over and repair your broke down car, putting oil in, adding water, adding fuel, repairing the carburetor, that kind of stuff. I think you should just take a look at it, for 30 minutes just to get some ideas, because you have done very much a similar thing here.
That does sound
without-
like... It sounds like the same
Yeah.
pretty much kind of concept, doesn't it? I will
For some reason,
Yeah.
that reminds me of
definitely
Top
take a look.
Gear. I don't know.
And Matt Lees, I think, did a video on that
On
on that
Jalopy.
game.
On Jalopy? Yeah. It's a really good-looking game. I don't know what happened to it. It was one of those games where I saw it in alpha pre-release, and I liked it so much that I said, I'm not coming back to this for 6 or 8 months because I don't want to see all the little incremental changes and, all the bug fixing and stuff. I want to see this at its best when it's completely done.
Speaking of, updates and bug fixes, StarMade has gotten some interesting upgrades and
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
like
StarMade.
neat mechanics,
Has it?
that sort of stuff. Just recently came out with an auxiliary power system, an APU. So that's nice.
Oh man, StarMade is a game that I've always really liked, and we've done our series. If you want to watch us play
Yeah.
StarMade, we did a few different things in StarMade.
Now, it was mostly just running around all over the place. We didn't do much building, but it was some pretty interesting stuff that we did.
We had fun. That's what matters.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Where is this final blade? There it is. This propeller's
you
not
just-
working. I'm not entirely sure why. It's not
You
spinning.
threw the flashlight off the edge.
Did I?
Yeah, it flew out when you grabbed the blade.
Ah. I do such things subconsciously, I don't even notice. I'm so engrossed in my work. I don't think
We've had
this,
a few donations
propeller's
since
gonna
last
work.
we checked, and GLaDOS in chat is telling me to read them. So I think I've got the right one that we left off on. Lyoko 2424 says 10 minutes break for tea. Here you go, Harv. Throws 5 our way. And then GLaDOS V54. How much will it take to get a pirate flag and eye patch added to the game? Pawn, do your best pirate voice, please. No, I'm bad at that. Kick cancer in the I'm running out of thing to kick. Just do it for science, okay. Ooh, pirate voice. I know you guys were doing this all yesterday.
Oh man, that yeah, the pirate voice. That was a thing that we don't need to happen again.
Yeah.
Right, I found the missed blade, and now everything seems to be working. I think I'm just gonna check
Yay.
the back. Is everything? Oh no, we got a lot of rusted pipes back here. Pipes? Did I say pipes? I mean blades. A lot of rusted blades.
Pipes.
Somebody do one. Come on. The man gave 5. Somebody
Shiver
do a
me
pirate
timbers.
Hendrik Stoops donated $10 and says, I don't have as much to give this time, but everything counts, right? Can I get a shout out from everyone anyway? I'll be back tomorrow for the other streamers too. Also, Pawn, don't forget Last Will. Oh, thank you, Hendrik. That's in reference to a video I did recently. And let's not talk about it. Thank you, Hendrik Stoops, for your kind donation of $10, and GLaDOS for pointing me at the comment section.
Oh dearie me. Right, in the meantime, I have changed the tablet over to the Danny view so that he can contribute to our events. So Danny, if he wants to pop into his lair right now, he can berate me for not fixing the craft very well. As he
I
inevitably
wonder if
will
we could
do.
also
Let's
get
get
like
going.
a large 3D vaporous head that just hovers over you instead of the placard for Danny. It's just there. Just like Zod before
This
you.
entity. Oh man. Alright, needle is pointing us a bit left, so I'm going to take the left route.
I have no idea where you are in reference to anything in this cavern right now.
Yeah.
It is pretty much entirely pitch black. I mean, the headlights illuminate forwards somewhat, so I can see my immediate surroundings. You know, it was really difficult trying to get the light level in this, correct? It was, quite a
What?
balance. Oh, don't
You mean
crash.
just dark?
Yeah, because I wanted to have this kind of eerie fog. I didn't want it to be... Oh, man, we crashed.
What the hell did you just do?
Oh
It's
no.
brilliant in Unity,
Just
like
because
the
he's
fog.
talking about the eerie darkness. I'd like to be, oh, okay.
The fog settings in Unity are really, really, like, you can get some fantastic effects out of them. The problem is that the fog actually illuminates somehow. It lights up the cavern. You wouldn't think the fog would be emissive, but apparently it is. So it was, I sadly couldn't have the eeriness that I wanted.
Oh yeah,
It just fades to the atmosphere, doesn't it? It fades to the sky.
Unity is.
Well, it
famous
depends what
for
colour you set it to, but yeah, it
groundbreaking
fades to a
fogs,
certain
colors,
colour.
and it's-
But as a result of it fading to a certain colour, it kind of outlined the shape of the cavern and everything. So you could see
Wait.
all the way down.
What is Unity famous for, and does it have to do with Kerbal Space Program's cloud simulation?
No, I was just mentioning that. Unity is well known for its glowing cloud and fog simulation, isn't it?
Oh man. Yeah. KSP, for those of you who are watching and don't know, KSP is made in Unity. It's a very powerful game engine. You can do whatever you like in it, so long as you are good enough to wrestle it under your control.
Yeah. In fact, I think there was a statistic that came out about all the indie games that are on Steam right now, and it was a pretty high number of games that are made in Unity.
Oh man, I bet
that
it
are
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy, but it is so easy to get into, and for indie developers, it's very cheap. So
Well, I mean, it's free. We haven't actually bought the pro license yet.
exactly.
But
Well, I mean, don't you have to buy it to
no,
publish your game or something like that?
we just clipped off.
Not if you
hell did you just
not if you
do?
earn less than 100,000.
What was it,
It's
100,000?
10,000.
I think it's 10,000. I
Something
think if
like
you earn
that.
less than 10,000 in a given year, then you're allowed to just use the free version and
Oh,
publish.
that's
games.
pretty cool.
But obviously, I mean, when we eventually publish this, we're going to be earning millions, surely. So
yeah.
Millions and millions of dollars.
we'll have to
Absolutely.
we'll have to pick up the pro version at some point.
We've already got, marketing and PR that are contacting to help push this game out. And along with that, and actually in connection with the virtual polar expedition, can I talk about the dog tags? Because
Oh yes, talk about the dog
we
tags.
have very generously, Rex Skates last year made us some dog tags when we were doing our charity event then, and he has volunteered to make 10, at least 10 dog tags for the top donors this year that will be, they will feature this craft that we are looking at now, along with the Virtual Polar Expedition 2016, so that you can memorialize the day that you made someone's life a little bit better by supporting Macmillan Cancer Support.
Yeah, so we've got those dog tags that can be sent out. If you donate and leave us some sort of contact detail, I don't know whether just giving does profiles and stuff, and that I'd be able to actually get your email address. But
Sadly
somehow-
not.
So
Okay.
I was already
Christopher
looking,
Hammond
yeah.
Definitely needs one.
All right, so from now on, we didn't mention this earlier because we were still kind of finalizing the details on the dog tags, but the Heisenators who leave us some sort of contact detail, preferably an email address, and then I'll be able to get in touch with you, and we'll try and get you a dog tag. Also, do bear in mind, if you leave your email address on the page is public, and
Yes, it is.
you will potentially be spammed by other people.
Yeah, there's got to be a better way to do this then, because that might not be the greatest thing
No,
to
I
have
need to
people
be able
do.
to get in contact with them.
No, I
there has to be
know,
some sort of
but
way.
We have a public email that
And the
someone
best
can...
way for me to actually know that they are who they say they are is for them to say it in the donation comment.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, emails are throwaway things. Make a spoof one, check it. Just have an email address that
fair
you
enough,
don't mind
yeah.
potentially being accessed by others, or not accessed, but sent to by others. And watch out for an email from me if you believe you are to be in the top few donators of the stream.
And Chris Hammond, thank you for your many donations, but that does not entitle you to all 10 of the dog tags. I don't know if you've
Yes.
asked that yet, but I know it's coming.
One dog tag per person. Oh man.
And by the way, Harvey, I am watching this now, and in this darkness, I've got like the right view to see where you're going and see you trying to go up and down, and this is really turning into something. Like it's very well laid out. That
I gotta admit,
you've
yeah, I am having to
yeah.
concentrate. It's not easy.
and the
did
game
also
compression
see that.
from being in an open area and then it's narrowing into tighter turns in the chasm. You've really handled the difficulty curve very well.
I hope so. I mean, that's what I was going for. I'm glad you think that. Honestly,
Quick
it's
question.
pretty awesome seeing all these people saying about how they like the game and like the look of it. It's pretty fantastic.
Are there dead ends in this?
No, because you can't reverse, I figured that dead ends would be a bad idea.
Excuse me.
So technically, any one tunnel you take.
I noticed. Okay, I think I fixed it by the time. I noticed. I need to get some blades for the sides and for the backs because a lot of things are broken. Anyway, what were you saying? I think you started saying something like I kind of cut you off.
Just so technically, any direction you go will eventually either lead you to where you came from or where you're going.
Yeah, there are no dead ends. They all kind of join up. Someone was asking me whether we were going to do like a development kind of blog thing about making the game. Danny and I were thinking about doing some sort of quick documentary kind of video. Although I don't know entirely when we will actually end up doing that. But I mean, if we get to the North Pole a little bit early on the last game, I wouldn't mind showing you what the map segments themselves actually look like and stuff like that. We're not going to be showing any code, but I don't mind showing off the routes from a different angle. So yeah.
Yeah, and I can imagine that you'd be updating people via your Twitter and stuff like that too. So
Oh yeah.
if you want to get more information on the game, then definitely follow his Twitter.
And the reason that he doesn't want to show any code is not proprietary concern. It's he doesn't want you seeing his code.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to admit, even on both mine and Danny's code, there's a lot of rushed implementation, and it would be quite embarrassing for you to see some stuff I've written, frankly.
I do remember once upon a time, I was very interested in coding, and I still like it a lot, but once upon a time I took it upon myself before Flash and ActionScript actually came out with its own 3D engine. I wanted to see what I could do, and I remember the moment when I realized that this incredibly long-winded, 2-page long calculation that was doing like matrix math could be consolidated into basically 4 lines of for loops. Yeah.
You know,
Those are actually
didn't
the
know
like fun moments of coding, is like when you put something together and go, wait a second, this is that happening twice, and then that's happening 3 times. Oh, I could just do this way.
Yeah, I've honestly, since I've actually been developing with Danny, he's basically looked at a lot of the stuff that I've written previously and been like, why didn't you just do this? And I was like, I didn't know that was a thing! For loops? I'd never really used them. I was always able to... Because the way I learned coding was that I had a goal in mind, I started off by doing what I could, and then if I couldn't do something, if I couldn't think of a way to make it work, then I looked up for new methods. I didn't go learn coding for the sake of learning coding, so I was just trying to get stuff done. It was inefficient and messy, but it did mean that I learned quite a lot in quite a short time. But I was coding spaghetti, and for a game as big and as ambitious as we wanted this to be, that was not the right frame of mind. So Danny has hopefully been pointing out a lot of my errors. And I've learned
Danny in chat says, I came along and brought the light.
the light. The light TM. Also, Danny, I've got a bit of a question. Do you reckon if I just kind of push the hammer up into the propellers, all of those rusted blades will just be fixed? Yes, it worked. Haha. Efficiency.
Really?
Yep. That is how you repair a ship, ladies and gents. You just kind of shook a hammer in there. Oh, man, now that I say that, I realise I literally could just chuck a hammer in there. Like, from the top deck.
And leave a hammer in the engine.
Oh, yeah, leave it running, chuck the hammer in, get rid of the ones that need to be getting rid of, and then just throw in the new blades.
You found a perfect exploit. Love it.
Now I want to see someone try to speedrun this game.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd love to see someone try and do this as fast as possible. I mean, it is variable map
figure
length.
out where-
I can set the map length to generate a map of any given size. But this is the hardest difficulty setting, or it will be.
These pipes break here, so if I just leave one resting on the pipe...
No, it has to actually be hit, I believe. It does need to be a collision, you can't just leave it there. Whew. Alright, I think things are fixed. Maybe stuff at the back isn't.
Oh, is the steering wheel like off?
Oh
It's-
yeah, that started happening, I don't know why. I'll have to fix that.
You know,
sometime.
it's fine. It can't be bad. Doesn't hinder us.
As long as it's not like it's still attached somehow. It's
Unless, is it part of the deformed thing that Danny was doing?
No, it's
It's just off.
Off, yeah.
Okay.
I think
alright,
what it's
never
doing is that the wheel collider is actually colliding with the ship, so it's kind of pushing itself up.
okay.
I mean, it's supposed to be locked in its position, but apparently not. Evidently. Where did I put the back blades? Oh, there. Yeah, I don't have any. I've got these holes in the bottom, the lower deck. I can just kind of feed things through, which is nice and convenient. But it was an afterthought. I didn't actually originally put them there for that intention, and so I have no way to do that for the back, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
How much work... I mean, these cameras, the first thing when I first saw this, I was like, this is, you know, the most striking thing about the game from afar was just how well the cameras work and they follow your gaze and not just
Yeah,
your body
yeah.
position.
Oh, did you notice
How much... Was that all just, you know, or what amount of that was there
The
in the
camera
engine, and how
system
much did you work?
Is my little baby. It's all me, baby. I made it.
That was the first thing that I noticed,
it's
especially
not
because you sent us
nearly-
those preview videos, and you were like, motioning to like check out the sign, and you looked over, and the camera just automatically floated gently in that direction.
Yeah, I mean, it looks perfect. It literally looks like you're watching a movie or something that was choreographed, camera work wise.
I had
nice.
so much fun. It was my favorite part of the entire development was doing the camera work. I did a really basic version of this system in one of the demo videos, and I love it so much because I just making it. I was thinking from the video perspective of the event and like how I wanted to draw attention to things. So when I look I think it's showing me right now. Is it showing? Yeah, it's showing me on the view. If I look to my left, it does follow my gaze. It has a lead on where my headset is pointing. And it's all done, all the nice smoothness is just physics. It's just
I don't want to miss it.
Rigid bodies.
We've got 2,222 and 22 cents on
okay.
screen as far as raised right now. I didn't want to miss it.
But yeah, it's something that, it's probably the nicest code that I've written in the entire thing. I can't see this torch, the breakers have just gone. There we go.
And it looks like the reason we have 222 is because of Andre, who just donates 1408 and says, "Yar, will you plant the plant today?"
Plant to the plant.
Oh, if you have a plant, does it grow in the cave system, or has it been toggled off?
Oh, that's a good point. No, it will still grow. It's still growing.
Ah, worthless
no.
game then. 0 out of 10.
Whoa.
Literally unplayable.
Whoa, dude, it's a bit harsh.
Plant physics are subpar.
Where are the quack saves, by the way? I need my quack saves.
Yeah. I could may as well quack save right now.
There we go. I've just quack saved. All right, I think everything's
15
fixed.
minutes again.
We can get back to the flying, or maybe not. Are we going forward? Are we stuck on? Oh, we might be stuck on the roof actually. We'll drop down a little bit. Drop down and go forwards. Yes, there we go. Nice. I've really got to pay attention
And
to these caverns.
Your compass is still pointing in the generally correct direction. Yeah.
The
Okay,
general
good.
north, luckily.
I was actually just looking at it, and I was also wondering, have you looked at your fire detector recently? I presume you have a smoke detector on board this craft, as it would be very illegal to be operating an airship, as you well know, in this mountainous airspaces without an onboard fire detector.
Oh, obviously, yeah. I mean, I've read the documentation and the licensing on that particular topic, and I can
Also
assure
been
you,
noting
I can assure you that
you
we
don't-
have followed all the precautions for such an event, and in the event of a
you
fire.
don't seem to be wearing your emergency flotation device.
Oh, well, that would be because the VR headset is actually filled with helium, and it's more than sufficient for sufficient
It
flotation.
keeps just my eyes above
mean
the
it's
water
full of
level in the
helium,
event of emergency.
It's actually it's feeding good helium into the air below right now, and that's why it sounded a little bit like this.
Although I have one question about the fire detection system. Does it also detect carbon monoxide?
No, not even slightly.
Oh,
Did
you
you
need one of
send-
those too.
Did you send a parakeet into
entire
this
atmosphere.
cavern before you walked in, or you flew in?
You
Yeah.
monster! I'm
Well,
not some 1950s
How else do you
miner.
test it?
Yeah. Does the plant kind of work as a canary in this situation?
You know
I mean,
what?
just
I'll
that would actually make the plant a proper, gameplay aspect.
Starts
if the
to
plant
wilt.
starts to die, then it's
we say
probably
this-
like
we say
Get
this
out
as a
quick!
joke.
Too late.
We say this as a joke, but that's actually not too bad of an idea. Have something on board as an indicator for that kind of life support kind of thing. That would be really cool,
Ooh.
actually.
It would be.
Yeah.
I don't know where you'd go. You'd end up dying anyway because you're so far in. But
pipe burst. Why didn't anyone tell me? There we go.
See,
Oh,
your
hey,
plant
hey.
should be going brown right now if you've got a pipe burst.
Well, I'm not sure pipe burst would cause the plant to do that. Although, I mean, I think the fuel we're using is hydrogen, so it's not too toxic. So, probably not.
I thought
I
this
do
thing was
think-
electric, nuclear. I thought you had to get it to 88 miles per hour in
No,
order
not
to.
quite.
I do think what you guys should do though is you should have a sensor where it says a pipe is broken because you do miss out on quite a bit without us.
There's gonna be sound. You actually be able to hear it go. Tss.
Okay.
So I think that's gonna be a bit of an indication.
Fine, I get it.
Oh,
fine.
it's not the generator. It's more pipe bursts that have actually caused the light to dim. Oh dear, where's my hammer? There it is.
Really
Trust
should
me,
end up
utility
with
hammer.
a flux capacitor model somewhere in the underbelly of this thing.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, we could upgrade. Imagine upgrading the ship as you fly along. Be pretty cool.
Although
And
I
you
don't
upgrade
really,
it with fully grown plants. Huh?
Yeah.
Every time
you
you
go.
finish growing a
Really
plant.
I think that this thing could really do 88 miles per hour, maybe 8.88, but you know.
Its max speed is approximately 7 meters per second. So whatever that is in miles per hour.
Let's find out to the internet.
The problem with virtual reality and developing for it is that if I move the world without, like, if I move the virtual world too much and the player themselves isn't moving, you get horrible motion sickness.
It's 15.6586 miles per hour, so you could actually do 8.8 miles per hour.
Yeah, so there we go. We could do that. We could go back in time, or go forward in time, depending. But yeah, honestly, developing for VR is a bit of a pain at times, but it unlocks so much potential. I mean, you have to kind of, you don't have to limit your imagination, but you have to mold your imagination to fit the requirements of virtual reality. Like there was a thing repairing the propellers. Oh, I just crashed on the ceiling. We're gonna have to repair the
What the
propellers.
hell did you just
Just as I
do?
was saying that. But yeah, having to repair them. Originally, I wanted to have a kind of an abseiling thing, like you would get a rope, tie it around your waist, and walk down the back of the ship to repair them. But turning the entire world 90 degrees around you is horrible. It's really weird. Messed with my head. Seeing the horizon going vertically up rather than like horizontally across, it's strange.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well you're still standing straight up erect, and yeah, your ears are telling your body something different than your eyes.
Exactly.
I'm thinking that's just a general problem with VR, and I don't think there's ever any way to do it without having a full rig where
Well-
you can do stuff like that.
Yes and no. There are some things which, like, obviously you're not going to be able to walk around and have it perfect, but there's stuff like omnidirectional treadmills, and also Samsung.
Mhm.
Was it Samsung? Yeah. Oh, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Samsung. I've got this pair of headphones which stimulate your vestibular system, which is your ears,
What?
and which is what tells you which way you're moving.
Yeah, but see that I think that would involve a lot more falling on the ground and thinking you're up. That would just I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm not sure that's possible.
It does add its own set of challenges.
But like, what about the astronaut thing where they're in it's like simulates gravity? I'm thinking something like that would work. It'd just be a big rig.
Oh, it'd have to be big. Like, you think VR is expensive now, people?
Yeah.
If I won the lottery tomorrow, then you can believe me, I'd be buying my own VR dungeon. It'd be amazing.
I actually saw something interesting for the Rift that was just interesting to me, or for seated chair VR games. That was simply a convex platform for your feet to be on the ground, so that you could control your momentum and where you're walking while you're seated by using your legs. I thought that was actually a really good way to try. I don't know how it works
Yeah,
out. Everything that's
you can,
VR has to be really tested physically to know, but it seemed like a good idea.
You can kind of trick it slightly. It's all about trying to trick the vestibular system. So if you walk on the spot, then okay, it feels like you're walking, and so it's a bit more forgiving if you start moving the player in the world without them actually moving. But it's forgiving. It's not perfect. I mean, really, the only perfect thing would be have it all wireless, put Skyrim in it, and then go walk in a field that is mapped perfectly to the in-game.
I mean, that's all. I mean, I'm still waiting for the like someone was saying in there, the hollow deck kind of thing, where it's like the training facility in X-Men, just a whole room with
Oh yeah, lovely.
Well, actually, I think it's like 2 or 3 years ago now, I remember being almost perturbed by the fact that I believe it was Microsoft filed a patent on the idea of having a ceiling-mounted system of cameras and projectors all in one box that would look at your room, say, okay, his couch is red, so if the ground over there is supposed to be green, I would mix this color with it in order to try and do my best, and turn your room into a holodeck, which I thought,
projection.
great idea. I was just perturbed by the fact that they clearly had not put that together and were just filing a patent, which I see a lot of these days.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
projection mapping has been used
patent
on
trolls.
buildings and rooms already.
Yeah, and college
You can't really
students
buy
have
one,
done...
but yeah.
Right, there's colleges that have done some amazing stuff with projections. I remember one of the sillier things being just projecting the contents of your fridge on the front door so you don't have to open it and see.
I remember
Yeah,
that, actually. I
yeah.
think I've heard of
That's
that.
good.
That would save literally seconds off my day, which is a great thing.
Yeah, no, patents definitely halt a lot of things that, without patents, I mean, they'd be taken off technology-wise.
Hmm. Oh man, ladies and gents, what time is it? What is it right now? What is the time?
4:30.
Oh, 4:30. So
Well,
30
it's
minutes past the hour.
9:30.
We've got
Yeah.
about 30 minutes left of today's stream.
Mm-hmm. And 6 minutes and 1 second left to the next
North
max
Pole
save.
is that way, apparently. The needle is pointing that way. Why are you
Moderator,
dying?
moderator, Lowlap321 points out we've reached the $2,300 donation limit.
Whoa!
Yeah, I don't think we can do it in here though. I don't think that'd be the best.
It's
to
supposed
test.
to be the button time. Mash the button and see how far we can get.
Yeah, I think we should probably wait till we get out of this cave before we do that. But whenever we do, I mean, we can do it now.
You know
Yeah,
what? No,
Harvey,
we can go
is
for
the
that. We can
game
just go
about
full...
to crash? I mean, what if the game... I mean, I'm not saying... But, I mean, if the game were to crash, then, you just might technically be on the other side of this cave system. Yeah, I mean, if it happened and there were a glitch
It
or
just
something.
happened to crash. Yeah.
If it happens to crash. Well, you know what? Regardless of whether it does happen to crash or not, I think I'm going to save because you're all freaking me out. I'm just getting a bit paranoid over here. There we go.
Okay, I have a brief question about the steering wheel you have. It looks like it's going through its support.
Yeah, we just mentioned
it
that. It
just
seems to be
slipping
clipping
over
itself
time?
up. We don't really
Yeah.
know why. Yeah, I think it is colliding with the base that it's on, and it's just kind of pushing itself up, out of the thing that it's supposed to be in. So, yeah, not great.
Was it like that yesterday? Or
Well, yeah, it did start doing it as much, quite a bit, but I think we were reloading quite a bit yesterday, so didn't notice it as much. I mean, these are the kind of things that I can only find when I do a really, really long duration test. This is the first time I've really spent this much time in the game. Like, the longest test I've ever done beforehand is about half an hour. So it's good bug testing for me. Very good bug testing. Also,
So I'll
this is a
give
really
you all
tight
3
cave bit.
guesses as to who pushed us over the $2,300 mark.
Oh God.
Did it happen to be Mr. Chris Hammond?
Oh, ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding,
Into
ding.
it.
How did I know? Chris, you're amazing. Thank you so much. And not even just Chris, thank you everyone who's donated so far. I can't believe we've already raised this much money.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's absolutely insane. Yep.
Thank you very much, and also thank you to Aerith1299 who donated just before Chris did, saying, "Hey Harv, I've watched the last 3 polar expeditions, but I was never able to donate, but now I can. Hope my donation can help someone. I also now really want to get a Vive so I can play your game."
That would be nice, wouldn't it? Abuse our position and sell our game as a result. No, but seriously, this game will hopefully come out one day. So if you start saving now, by the time you have enough money for a Vive, we might be releasing our game.
how much will it cost? Low price of $9.99.
Wait, but don't start saving, like, now. Like,
no,
Monday.
you got to give away all your money now
Monday
to
you wanna
charity.
start.
Start saving on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, in Skype chat, just something to tell Pawn about. Apparently you have a story to tell us about your early HTC Vive access.
Oh, no, that's Alpha Epic 11. He was mentioning that in chat. I was ignoring him because he's Alpha and we have that relationship. I love him. But I did for, what was it?
What the hell did you just do?
You know, it's April Fool's Day last year. I got myself a advanced copy of the HTC Vive Next Gen 4K version.
Oh, I see.
Which I had a very raw version of the Vive. Power supply on the outside, and I'd say from side to side of the goggles. I don't know, like 48 inches or so, something like that. Basically, I strapped a monitor without LCD glass in it to my head with bungee cables, and ended the video with a musical performance and dance that you might want to go check out, I guess.
That's
what we're talking about.
Can you throw a link in the Twitch chat for that?
Oh, please do.
Let's see. I'm just going to have to search my own thing. I'll search for, I think, probably the 4K HTC Vive. I'm probably the only video on a 4K HTC, yes.
The 4K super quadruple anti-aliasing 16 times FXAA, the Vive.
It was really good timing, too, because the Vive had just, started to be commercially available about a month, or no, days before the April 1st of that year. And I just, once I got the idea in my head, I took it too far.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to watch that. You know what? I need some sort of Alt Space VR functionality in here. I can like open up web browsers and look at YouTube videos whilst flying along. Pretty cool.
Now that has got to eventually be like, that's probably a plugin you'll be able to get in Unity in a couple of months if it's not already there. You can just slap it in.
I bet that's already a thing in Unity. We could actually do that. I mean, if you're going on a long journey in a hovercraft, why not have a video?
I think it actually is, because I'm not sure if this is made in Unity, but Tabletop Simulator?
Yeah.
They already have one. They have a tablet that you can just search the internet and whatnot, and I think that's made in Unity. So it probably is already a thing.
Old Space VR is like a VR social platform, and they have that as well. So I don't know whether it's a plugin, but I know it's certainly possible.
Yep.
Also, I did just crash the ship again. That sound effect where it goes, what on earth did you just do? That's getting pretty old, pretty quick. Oh dear, right, I'm gonna have to... Oh, I'm gonna do my amazing hammer trick. I didn't say because you're all busy talking, but I threw my hammer into the propeller and it healed the blades. And yes, quack save noise. We got a quack save as well. Let's get 2 hammers. Oop,
Actually, I gotta run really quick. I'll be right back in like 5 minutes.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll hold it up without you.
Yeah. I know. I'm an essential part of the team. I'm sure you'll do well without me. Be right back.
Alright. Hammer test number 1.
Anybody know anything about...
oh, it got chucked back out.
Dominoes? Dominoes?
No, we're talking about hammer throwing right now.
See, and there you go.
Oh,
Steam achievements for your game. The first time you fix something by throwing a hammer at it, Thor's hammer, Steam achievement pops up.
Oh, we just crashed again somehow.
What the hell did you just do?
Danny, did you put a velocity check on the crashing or not? Because it makes that noise every time I even glance off of something.
He's just got a button somewhere he's hitting.
You know, this hammer throwing thing was better as a concept in your head.
No, it worked.
Than,
it worked.
Yeah, but look at how many hammers are on the side of the thing now.
True, and also
another Steam achievement.
The hammer is now stuck inside the propeller, and it's constantly making the noise, and it's really annoying.
Oh my god!
You know what? We're gonna save and. Oh, is it falling? Oh, you know what? I'll go yank it out. I forgot. I can do this. Teleport and try and yank it out.
Mind your fingers.
There we go. I got it.
Okay.
Oh man.
You should have band-aids in one of the cupboards.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Alright, let's continue going, shall we?
Yeah,
Well,
another
have
Steam
sound effects for the
achievement.
engines, at least.
You have now thrown 150 items off the side of your airship.
I would not be surprised. It is a thing that I regularly do. They are just going to pile up all the pile of hammers that we had in last stream. It's going to happen again. This time unintentionally. Oh dear. Alright, so the progress on the wheel, it literally has risen up out of its surrounding. It is now all the way out. Floating above what it's supposed to be attached
Fine. The closer you get to the pole, the more it's going to go up. And it's going to be an increased challenge to kind of steer when it's up 50 feet in the air.
to. Oh man, I'll be reaching up here, trying to get that.
Yeah.
And in addition to the progress on the wheel, the progress on the donations that have come in, we are up to 2,378.80.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Thanks to another donation 4 minutes ago by Christopher Hammond, giving another 50, saying
Whoa,
this game would be
Chris,
great for a tea with pawn video. Guys, stop it. Just stop it. And below, before that, or no, after that actually, just now, Lyoko2424 donates pawn. Please sing your Pokemon parody theme tune again. Well, he doesn't say again. I think he might have missed it, or she.
Yeah, it will be up on YouTube.
It will be up on YouTube. YouTube.com/HOCgaming. See, Pawn, you're not the only one who gets promoted by these events.
Oh.
You can go watch the stream. And yes, it'll all be... I'll try and get the 2 parts of the stream up on YouTube tomorrow. Or hopefully tonight, who knows?
Man, Harvey, because you are standing there looking forward in VR, and then we are looking back at you from the bow of the ship occasionally. It just looks like you are millimeters just scraping the inside of those cave walls.
Yeah.
Literally might have been, actually. I noticed how close that was just then. It was ridiculous. Yeah, we had to end up using some pretty fancy approximate convex hierarchical volumetric decomposition software in order to actually get the the map to collide.
Is this just? Did you find a way to like make the word hitbox long? Is that just an acronym?
No, it's literally the process to create the hitbox. That's what it. Oh, I just crashed.
Horizontal intentional telemetry boom arm of xylophone. Right? Yeah.
Is Danny yelling at me to stop because I can't say it? I can say it. Just because it's not in the right order doesn't mean I can't say it. But anyways, due to the sadly...
Technically, you can technically say it. It's just, if you took the audio of you saying it within the wrong order, cut it and spliced it differently, you can technically claim that you said it correctly.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's just you need to, fade between the two. It would be difficult, but it could be done.
It would hold up in court. I need to have a macro on the Vive controller, just press a button and it's me saying it.
You need to take you need to take a sample of just you saying that. Put it in one of those like staples that was easy buttons, and then just press it every time you need it to be said.
That was easy.
That was easy. There we go. Perfectly timed. Yeah. Sadly, due to the approximate nature of the approximate hierarchical volumetric convex decomposition, the colliders on the cavern walls aren't actually quite accurate. So sometimes I may clip through the wall, and sometimes I may completely be nowhere near it, and I'll still have crashed. So yeah, you think it's a good game?
VR at its finest.
Oh dear. Also, I see in more rusted blades that I'm gonna have to throw some hammers at. I have to slow down the ship for a second. All right.
I'm really wondering how much progress we've actually made in this cave, because I just can't tell at all.
I can't tell either.
Thinking
Believe
that.
me, it's as much a mystery
I'm sure we're going to turn a corner and we'll see a beautiful opening and tons of light coming in.
Yeah.
Only to realize it's where we came from.
I'll have you know.
It's Mordor again.
I'll have you know. I have been paying attention to my my compass over there. The compass I've got on the table next to me, and it's still pointing north, and it has been pointing on average north this entire time. So we should be okay. Anyway, never go at the hammer throwing. Oh, it hit the propeller, but it missed the actual blade. Alright, I'll go fix it manually.
Just wondering if maybe, I mean, if the compass were to just say, stop updating. just
I would notice, surely, if it got stuck.
Surely.
Who?
Sure.
Yeah, or maybe, what if the vector that it points along kind of gets skewed slightly? Maybe the magnetic field of the planet just kind of changes a bit over time. You never know.
There is a high iron content in this cave. I don't know if you can trust magnetic.
Yeah, well, actually, that would be a good point.
Oh man, imagine if it just flickered and like, oh wow. I've got
Is there any way that
ideas
you
for
could
game
use
mechanics now.
Yeah, use the plant as some kind of a compass. I don't know, like maybe construct a rudimentary one. I've seen MacGyver do it with like a toothpick and a rubber band and a bottle of bourbon, probably.
Ooh, a bottle of bourbon. That sounds nice right now.
Hey,
You're of age, aren't you?
I am.
I remember doing these live streams when you were definitely not of age.
A wee little babe. That's
I've
right.
been in this business a long time, people. I've got old. And also, a burst has developed in the pipe leading to the generator, You know what that means? We're gonna get a hammer, we're gonna fix the leak by kind of just randomly smashing it with as much force as possible. There we go. Beautiful.
Lados42 has just donated another $5, another £5, excuse me, saying, "Push the button for science. We demand it." What? We are in a cave? So? Do we have a ship name yet? How about the HMS H2O2 Go VR? Kick cancer in the, thing for science.
Just on the end there, tack on for science. Thank you very much for your donations, everyone. It really does make a difference. Regarding the state of the button, you know, I could be persuaded to press it again. You know, the stream, I don't know how long we have left exactly. We have approximately
13 minutes. Yeah.
Yes. I can see on my in-game clock, which I'm really proud of. We got about... I've crashed again.
Oh my god.
If you have to go back under for something, could you just, like, get just an armful of flashlights and just start chucking them out so we can illuminate some of where we are? I'd like to see if you can see them from the ground, or do they disappear?
No, they sadly, they just fall straight through.
I think someone had mentioned
What the hell did you just do?
flashlights on the top of the craft, pointing in slightly different directions, so you could, see how close you were, based on how illuminated the surface was.
That would be cool. To have, like, a, hunter's light on the side of the craft that you could point in various directions.
Yeah,
It's mounted, but you get to control.
Oh man, I'm getting all sorts of ideas.
That's
The
None of them
crashing
are-
noise.
What the hell did you just do?
Oh man.
Somebody just pushed us to a nice round $2,400.
Ah.
Fantastic. Don't you just love it when that happens? And then someone comes along and donates like 1 penny or 1 cent. And they just ruin it for everyone involved.
Yeah.
And it was Andre again donating $14.57. I hope I'm saying that. It could be Andre.
Andre,
Tell me if I'm
that's how you
wrong.
pronounce it, surely.
Yeah, Andre.
Andre.
In the name of volumetric hierarchical approximate convex decomposition.
Yes. All of this is in the name of that. Oh, I'm missing several blades in several different places, people.
Which, as an acronym, is VHACT.
Vahacked. A lot of my files have
Fact. Yeah.
the name of Vahacked after them. On my computer.
It should probably be the name of the ship now.
Vahacked.
You know? Vacht.
I just crashed again.
Oh
Not happy
my
about this.
god.
Not happy.
See, I'm watching chat roll in, and I could have guessed that with Bacon on a Rock saying, "What did you just do?"
I'll be honest, I've just kind of stopped hearing it by now. I just don't pay attention anymore. It's so often that it happens. Oh,
It's
man.
because we're in a cave.
Yeah, it can't be helped. Right, I'm going to throw this
Oh.
hammer in again.
Whoa, did we just get
Someone's just donated 100 and something.
That kind of worked.
Ooh,
Ooh, 100?
Christopher Hammond
Christopher Hammond, again?
donated 100 euros.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, pounds. Well, it doesn't really account for the rest of it, does
What the hell did you just do?
it? Rubles, yeah. Yeah, because we still have an extra 32.69 that came from somebody, so we're missing something.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Christopher Hammond keeping us going in the last few minutes of the stream. Donate now to get your donation in on day 2 of the virtual polar expedition. Kick cancer in the places.
In
All
all
of
the
the
places.
places.
All
Yeah.
of the places. You
All
gotta
of-
just kick it. I keep on crashing, and the sound is really
What the hell did you
annoying me.
just do?
Because every time I
Well-
fix something, I crash into something else.
You know, there's a simple fix for that. Stop crashing.
It's not that easy.
Who made this game?
Yeah,
It's
who made this game? It sucks.
It's just like your average, you said you wanted to be a roguelike. Well, you've been playing your roguelike for several hours now. It's supposed to be vicious and unforgiving at this point.
I gotta tell you, it feels unforgiving. Alright, let's throw the hammer in again. Please work.
After this
Yes,
live stream,
it
Harvey
worked.
goes into the map editor and just shaves off, like, the entire inside of this game.
I've got a hammer stuck on my
Just do.
propeller center. It's constantly repairing it now. Feel pretty good.
Good.
Because as the blades go round, they hit it over and over again. And the
Clever.
noise is probably annoying everyone in the chat, but you know what? You know what? I don't care.
Efficiency. You figured out how to automate the process.
Yeah, I'm solving problems. If it works and it's stupid, it ain't stupid.
Oh
Or
God, it
some
does
rearrangement
sound
of those
annoying.
phrases.
I'm glad I'm not listening to stream.
Alright, I'm gonna momentarily let it fall out. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Yes, it's gone. Hey, see, I turned off the propellers for a second, we dropped, and I turned them back on.
Wow.
I'm pro at this game.
That's, yeah.
We're also very near the cavern ceiling. Please don't crash, please don't crash. Ooh. Oh dear. Okay, I think we're okay. In the last however
Ooh.
many minutes of this.
In the long
8.
term, another proposal for you. In the long term, okay, for this section, there should be like a bendy flag on the front of your ship that you get close to, then just drags along the ceiling and then pops forward.
Or you could have like
Curb feelers.
have like a jousting pole just on the front. You just bounce off things. Doing.
See, that could be. These are like upgrades,
Pogo,
you know. Along
yeah.
the way, you get the curb feeler upgrade.
You
and-
can grab pogo sticks, stick them on the side of things, and then if you hit the wall, it just kind of bounces off rather than crashing.
I want
See-
fuzzy dice mod.
Yeah, the hanging from the rudders.
Tugboats use large tires on the side of their on the side of the ship to prevent against damaging themselves when they bump into something. Why don't they just use hundreds of pogo sticks? That would work way better,
Yeah, why not, guys? Why don't you do that?
and it would sound amazing. Like they come up against another ship that they need to like tug or something. You go throwing. I mean, like, I can't think of a single downside.
Oh man, neither can I. I noticed that we haven't really been letting Danny have a voice, which, it isn't our fault you don't have a voice, but we do have to cater to his needs, because he did make this game and he will probably smite me down for being rude to him. So, let's talk to Danny for a bit. Danny, in the chat, fielding the hordes, the masses, along with our brave moderators. How are you doing, and shall we answer some questions that people want to ask in the chat? Because I noticed that he has been doing exactly that. You're in the main
swear-
chat, Danny, I think.
What the hell did
I
you
swear
just
that
do?
wheel is getting further and further away. At some point, it's going to pop through the ceiling, and you're not going to be able to grab it.
Literally is.
It is getting further and further away.
It just gave me like the idea for the perfect fix. Just don't have it mounted to anything. Have like a high-tech anti-gravity something just underneath it, and then it can float all over the place, wherever it wants to go.
Danny,
There's a cool
I was
there's a cool
suggesting-
image.
Sorry, just a second. I was suggesting, Danny,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we answer some questions for the people in the chat, because I noticed.
Have
a
you
lot
done a
of people-
quack save?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. But a lot of people are asking questions, and I want to address them just before the stream ends. So now, Danny, head over to your own chat, and we can do some things. And you can finish saying what you were saying before I so rudely interrupted.
No, I was going to say someone did some fan art, put it on harvestface.tk, and you can see it in the Skype call right now.
It's
Well,
good.
I can't, but no, I don't know if I want to.
No, it's funny.
Funny? Oh, that could mean anything.
I think he's kind of simulating the red button effect that we're going to be testing once we get out of this cave.
Ooh, that does sound interesting.
The questions are piling in for Danny. Let's see. Creparian asks, "How does boat flying?"
How does boat flying? How does boat flying? Well, boat does flying by propellers, by means of propellers and fuel. Infinite amounts of
Boat-
fuel.
Boat is flying by magics, says
Yeah.
Danny.
Magics and the science.
Dark Inquisitor asks, "What's your boot size?"
Oh.
Are you
Maybe
asking
he
me
meant
how
boat
big my
size.
feet are? Because, guys with big feet have big shoes.
Yeah.
Palaces and just oh my goodness.
Oh, this cavern is really, cramped and difficult to navigate, so forgive me if I aren't able to formulate words. God damn.
Riley the
How
Board
much-
asks Danny, "Can you make Harv press the button?"
Not inside the
we've
cave.
still got 4 minutes before end of the
Well, how far do you think you are?
What the hell did you just do?
How far do I think I am through? I'm crashing off things. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm
What the
crashing.
hell did you just do?
Also, the
Well,
headlight's
is-
gone out now because the circuit breaker must have tripped. So I gotta fix that. Well, we've been flying, and I don't think we've been making bad progress. So
Is it the same size as the other? The
Oh no, they're all slightly different lengths.
oh, okay.
I
well,
tried
that
to
makes
proportion
things-
them based on how long it would take to get through them, rather than literally distance, because obviously these ones are going to be a fair bit more difficult to pilot.
Are we falling?
I
think we're
hope not.
no.
I think we're rising actually, which is not something I want. I want to be level. It's difficult. What do I need to fix? Oh yes, the circuit breaker. I can't see anything. There we go.
Well, you're fixing. Our Lego Person 57 has an interesting question. Does Danny have a Vive, or is he relying on you to test everything?
Oh man, you don't even want to know. No, Danny does not have a Vive, and so it's a very two-way system of developing, because the stuff he builds for the Vive versions he can't test himself, and there has to be a lot of team viewer going on to actually hotfix the things that work on the keyboard mode that he has for debugging, but don't inexplicably work on the Vive mode.
So, have you actually heard his voice, like his real voice?
Well, who can say? Maybe I'm the chosen one. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I'm just trying to build intrigue about Danny's voice. Donates and crashes will stop happening.
I was once blessed with the sound of his keyboard.
Man, I have heard the sound
His
of
voice
keyboard.
eludes me.
I almost got to him once. Almost.
Surely any voice you've heard of Danny's is merely the voice he wishes you to hear.
Dun,
But see,
dun.
if you hear his voice, that's it. There's nothing else to like. That's
live
it.
for. There's nothing else to live for,
yeah.
is there?
God. Well, that's depressing.
If we
I
all
believe it's
hear his
actually
voice,
such that
I mean, yeah.
It's the pinnacle of life.
if you, I think he's not allowed to speak because human heads just explode at the sound of his voice.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Oh
The thing
man,
that makes him so intriguing is his lack of a thing.
we all like to be kept in suspense. That's what it is.
He is the most interesting man in the world, and he doesn't always drink beer, but when he does, he chooses Dos Equis.
Sponsored.
Oh man, ladies and gents, we got about 1 minute left of the stream by my calculations. Is that
Yeah.
right?
More or
About
less.
1 minute, more or less. I think we'll pretty much call it here. Stuck on the roof of this very dark cavern. Ladies and... oh, not again.
What the hell did you just do?
I hate that noise now. It's frustrating me. Yes, that is
That's
the end.
number one.
The end of our torture chamber for half. The lights have just gone out. It's pitch black. I can't see anything.
Before you pitch completely out, let me read the last donations of the day that I have right now, which
Yes.
are Leoko2424. Thank you for your £2 donation. Yes, Pwn, we heard you kick cancer in it for science. Woo, sing Pokemon. Sam the Ham donates $30, saying, every 5 minutes something breaks on the ship and it needs to be repaired by randomly waking it with a hammer. Quoth HOCgaming 2016. And finally, Anonymous donating €10, saying, Harv and Danny, very good job on the game. Please release an alpha soon. Also, some Unity information vids would be great. Amazing work.
What the hell did you just do?
Yes, I'm not sure we'll be releasing an alpha anytime soon, but maybe at some point, if at all. So can't really.
And
can't
just
really
because
say
I'm
much
not
about
sure, Chris Hammond has been donating so much, and I'm not sure if we mentioned his last 100 or not. So
Oh,
thank
man.
you, Chris Hammond, just for all your donations today, because you donate so much that I actually
yeah.
cannot recall whether or not.
that. Yeah, literally, thank you so much, and it's actually incredible the amount you've donated, and it's really gonna help a lot of people. This money is having a real impact. So yeah, to Chris Hammond, and also to everyone else who has donated to our charity event, we've passed our original goal, but that doesn't mean that donating should stop. We've still got one more day of the virtual polar expedition. Unless there are any outstanding comments that need to be read, we'll be wrapping it up right about now.
Nope, I don't see any.
Alright, fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching and for supporting our event. We will be back here tomorrow at 7 PM BST. So, it's goodbye from me. It's goodbye from the Ronin Born.
Good night.
It's goodbye from the Solar Gamer.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Chicken Keeper.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from Street Lamp.
Bye-bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
We love you.
We love you all so very much.